Hi there, and welcome to another vlog. Now, in this vlog, I wanted to share some tips and tricks in terms of conversation starting and conversation making at various public engagements. Please don't mistake this for public speaking in terms of speech making, because these are two very, very different things. I have many students from school as well as college and their parents who come to me and say that we can't make conversation in public because we feel that we don't have enough words or vocabulary to do that, and we feel very, very underconfident. Let me dispel that myth right at the outset. The reason for feeling underconfident has been wrongly attributed. It is very, very seldom a lack of vocabulary. So please don't worry about that and try and get that out of your system. I'm going to share one or two very basic but important tips that I feel will really help you become good conversationalists. Number one is know your audience. What do I mean by that? Whatever engagement you're going to attend, if you can solicit or get information about who are the kind of people who are going to be present at that engagement, it will always help you automatically and consciously to use certain kind of language and to sort of brush up on subjects or topics that the vast majority of the crowd there is familiar with. For example, are you attending a function that is going to be full of bankers? So what sector does your audience belong to? What age bracket do they belong to? Are they going to be elderly senior citizens? Are they going to be people from your own peer group? Are they going to be even younger than you? These things determine a lot of what you can talk about. So try and find out as much of that in advance as possible. And number two, guys, and this is my final tip, there is really, in my view, no other way around it. Have a good general awareness of what's going on in the world around you, whether it's in your town or city, in your state, in your country, and really the world at large. What do we talk about if not these things that the world is grappling with on a current basis? I mean, you're not going to be able to talk about anything more private as such. So a general awareness of current affairs is exceedingly important to give you the confidence to sort of go into any gathering and be able to strike up a conversation and sustain it for a reasonable amount of time. Now, many of us dislike reading newspapers. I'm saying this because where do you get your current affairs awareness and knowledge, and what is your resource for that? That's no problem at all. We are now living in an era where there are apps for everything. There are wonderful apps on iOS as well as Android, news apps. One of my personal favorites is an app called InShorts, which I use a lot. It gives you concise topic-wise news in less than 100 words. So guys, even if you spend a couple of minutes every day to just go through that particular app, you will get a very good sense of what's going on around you, and you will become more aware of the things that are happening around us in the world. So these are really the two main things that you need to keep in mind in order to become a good conversationalist, in my view. One is try to find out as much as you can about your audience, and number two, always have a general sense of current affairs of the times. If you practice these two things, I'm absolutely confident that the butterflies that you get in your tummy and the underconfidence that you feel will automatically float away, because really when you're at an engagement, you want to talk about relevant things, and you want to speak in a language and in a tone that is appreciated by the people who are there. So all the best for your onward conversations. Don't feel underconfident. It has very little, if nothing, to do with your flowery language or vocabulary. Just be aware of what's happening around the world, and there are lots of great resources in the form of news apps to brush up on your current affairs. So take care, and until next time, bye-bye.